Okay, good morning children. Very good morning. First year botany English medium, first chapter continuation. Yesterday we discussed inflorescence. What is the topic? Yesterday we discussed inflorescence. Inflorescence. So, inflorescence. Yesterday we discussed what is inflorescence. Means the arrangement of flowers on the floral axis is called inflorescence. Arrangement of flowers on floral axis, peduncle, that is called inflorescence. Here, inflorescence is mainly two types. Yesterday we discussed first one racemose, second one cymose. But what is racemose? What is racemose? Inflorescence. In these racemose, the floral axis continue to grow. Flowers are arranged in acropetal manner. But whereas in the cymose inflorescence, floral axis ends with a flower. So that type of the inflorescence is called cymose inflorescence. So yesterday we completed racemose inflorescence, 6 types. Okay, simple raceme, corymb, umbel, spike, spadix, head inflorescence. Now today class we are going to discuss completely about the second one, cymose. Okay, cymose. Now what is cymose? What are the characters of the cymose? We are going to discuss in this class. Cymose. So especially in these cymose type of inflorescence, the floral axis ends into a flower. Especially in these cymose, the floral axis ends with a flower. The floral axis ends with a flower. The floral axis ends with flower. Floral axis ends with flower. Floral axis ends with flower, and this is floral axis that can show only limited growth. Floral axis that can show only limited growth. So that type of the inflorescence is called cymose inflorescence. The floral axis. What is the floral axis? Peduncle. The floral axis, peduncle, ends with a flower, then ends it can show only limited growth. So that type of the inflorescence is called cymose inflorescence. That type of the inflorescence is called cymose inflorescence. Here the flowers are developed, the flowers are born on the floral axis in not acropetal manner. The flowers are arranged in basipetal order. The flowers are arranged in basipetal manner. The flowers are arranged in basipetal manner. But what is the basipetal manner? Basipetal means top to base, top to bottom. Whereas in the racemose we saw flowers are arranged in acropetal manner. Acropetal means base to top. But here basipetal means top to base. Flowers are developed from top to base, that is basipetal manner. And also here you can see the peduncle, the floral axis, either that is branched or unbranched. Floral axis that may branched or unbranched. So this type of the inflorescence is called cymose inflorescence. Floral axis ends with a flower. It can show only limited growth. Then after flowers are arranged on floral axis in basipetal manner. So the floral axis that may be branched or unbranched. On the branched or unbranched floral axis, flowers are developed in basipetal manner. Flowers are developed on basipetal manner, on branched or unbranched, on branched or unbranched, branched or unbranched floral axis, branched or unbranched floral axis, floral axis. Okay, so this is cymose. So especially here some types are there in cymose. First one, solitary sign, solitary sign. The first one is solitary, means a single, solitary sign. But what is solitary sign? Solitary sign means especially here in this solitary sign, the floral axis is unbranched. The floral axis peduncle is unbranched. So this floral axis bears only a single flower. So the type of the inflorescence is called solitary sign. Floral axis unbranched. Floral axis. Floral axis unbranched. Floral axis unbranched. On the unbranched floral axis bears only a single flower. Bears only a single flower. Bears a single flower. Bears a single flower. Okay, here floral axis is there now. So floral axis is unbranched. Okay, so flowers are developed, floral axis is unbranched. So flowers are developed on the floral axis. Basipetal manner means base to top to base. So first flowers arranged here. The first flowers arranged here. Then after second, next flowers arranged on the base. So basipetal. Okay, basipetal manner. Flowers are arranged in basipetal manner. Okay, on the floral axis. So here solitary sign means the floral axis ends with only a single flower. There is no branches in floral axis. Floral axis peduncle unbranched. So on the unbranched floral axis, flowers are arranged on basipetal manner, means top to base. So this is called solitary sign. So in these two types are there, axillary or terminal. Here the flower was developed on the axil, that is called solitary axillary sign. Here in these two types, axillary or terminal. Axillary or terminal. Here axillary, flowers are developed on the axis, axil, on the axil of the floral axis. So that is axillary solitary sign. Whereas in some plants, solitary sign, solitary axillary sign, example hibiscus. And terminal, solitary terminal sign means floral axis is unbranched. On the unbranched floral axis, flower develop, it bears only a single flower. The single flower is present at the tip of the single flower arranged at the tip of the floral axis. So that is terminal solitary sign. And based on the location of flowers, floral axis is unbranched. Okay, the floral axis ends with flower. If the flower is present in the axil, that is axillary sign. Suppose if the flower is present at the tip, at the top of the floral axis, that is terminal sign. So best example, terminal sign example, datura. Okay, so actually you can say, actually what is solitary sign? Solitary sign means single. There is no branches in floral axis. Floral axis is unbranched, but the floral axis is end with flower. Based on the position of the flower, it is two types. Suppose if the flower should be on the top of the floral axis, that is terminal. Suppose if the flower should be at the axil of the floral axis, that is axillary sign. So two types: solitary axillary sign, solitary terminal sign. Solitary axillary sign example hibiscus, solitary terminal sign example datura. Okay, so solitary sign. Okay, next simple sign that is also called sign mule. Simple sign that is also called sign mule. Simple sign that is also called sign mule. But what is simple sign? Especially in bougainvillea or especially in jasmine, three flowered cymose inflorescence you can see. Three flowered cymose inflorescence you can see clearly. Okay, three flowered cymose inflorescence you can see. 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 This is called simple cyme or cymule. Okay, so three flowered cymose inflorescence. Three flowered. Actually, what is cymose inflorescence? Floral axis end with flower, but here three flowers are there. Okay, so three flowered cymose inflorescence is called simple cyme, that is also called cymule. Best example bougainvillea and jasmine. Best examples bougainvillea and jasmine. Okay, this is about the simple cyme or cymule. Next, up to now what we discussed, there is no branches of floral axis. Suppose if the floral axis is branched, the cymose inflorescence is divided into mainly depending on the number of branches. How many branches are formed? Suppose if the floral axis having branches, depending on the branches, this cymose inflorescence is divided into three types now. Okay, depending on the branches, how many branches are developed? One branch or two branch or three branch. So how many branches are developed from the floral axis? For example, one branch is developed now. That branch also end with single flower only. Two branches are developed now. The two branches also end with single flower. So if there is no branches means only one flower is it end with flower, either axillary or terminal. Suppose branches there means, suppose if the floral axis is divided into one branch now, the branch also end with single flower. Two branches are there now. Two branches also end with single flower. So based on the number of branches, these cymose inflorescence is divided into mainly three types: monocasial, dicasial and polycasial. One is monocasial. First, monocasial. Okay, monocasial and dicasial, polycasial. Monocasial, dicasial, polycasial. Okay, monocasial, dicasial, polycasial. Okay, this is about the depending on the branches. Monocasial. Okay. Floral axis having only one branch. Here, floral axis is there, no? Floral axis end with flower. Okay, then after it having only one branch. This branch also end with flower. Another branch. This branch also end with flower. Another branch. This branch also end with flower. And every time only one branch only developed. That branch also, suppose floral axis developed into one branch. The one branch also end with flower. Another branch. Only single branch. Every time only one branch only will develop. Each branch end with flower, single flower. So that type of the inflorescence is called monochasial inflorescence. Best example, Solanum. Best example, Solanum. Okay. Best example, Solanum. Best example, Solanum. Okay. So what about the arrangement of flowers? Basic petal. Basic petal means top to base. First flowers are developed on the top, then after the remaining flower develops towards the downside. Okay, top to base, basic petal manner. Okay, this is the monochasial. But what is dichasial? Dichasial. For example, here the floral axis. Here the floral axis end with flower. It can develop two branches. It can develop two branches. These two branches also end with the flower. These two branches also end with flower. Again, these two develop in two branches. Here two branches. These two branches also end with flower. End with flower. Okay. And every time two branches are developed. Every time two branches. First, the floral axis end with flower. It develops two branches. Then these two branches develop again two branches. Every time two branches are developed. So that is called by dichasial cymose inflorescence. Okay then. So flowers are developed in basic petal manner. First, flowers are arranged at the top. Then it can move. The development goes towards the bottom, top to bottom, basic petal manner. Okay. So that is the dichasial. Best example of the dichasial inflorescence is Ipomea. Okay. Ipomea. But what is polychasial? Polychasial means the floral axis end with flower. Then after it can develop more than two branches. Floral axis end with flower. Floral axis end with flower. Okay. It can develop more branches. More than two branches are developed. More than two branches are developed. Okay. From here, more than two branches. Here also more than two branches. And every time, more than two branches are developed. First, floral axis end with flower. Then after, more than two branches are developed. Then after again, two branches, more than two branches. Every time more than two branches are developed. So that type of the cymose inflorescence is called polychasial. Best example, Nerium. Best example to this Nerium. Okay, best example to this Nerium. Best example to this inflorescence is Nerium. Okay, so this is about the cymose inflorescence. Okay, last class we completed racemose, now completed cymose. So what is the cymose? Floral axis end with flower. The flowers are arranged in basipetal manner on the branched or unbranched floral axis. If there is no branches means floral axis end with a single flower. If the floral axis is divided into branches, no, the branches also end with flower in basipetal manner. So depending on the number of branches, this inflorescence is divided into three types. So first, floral axis is unbranched. The flowers are developed on the single flower developed on the floral axis. So that is solitary, cyme. In these two types, where the flower was developed, in the axil or terminal. Axil means auxiliary solitary sign. Terminal means terminal solitary terminal sign. Okay. So next, but what is simple sign simule? Floral axis having 3 flowers. Okay, 3 flower cymos, 3 flowered cymos inflorescence is called simple cyme or simule. 3 flowered cymos inflorescence is called simple cyme or simule. Best example bougainvillea and jasmine. Here axillary solitary cyme example hibiscus, terminal solitary cyme example datura. Here depending on the branches, how many branches are there? Based on the branches, the floral axis having branches means based on the number of branches, it is divided into 3 types. Floral axis end with flower and it can develop only one branch, that is called monochasial. Best example Saronum. 2 branches are there now. Every time 2 branches are developed now, that is dichasial. Best example Ipomea. If many branches, more than 2 branches are developed now, floral axis, so that is called polychasial. Best example Nerium. So this is about the cymose inflorescence with examples with diagrams. Okay, so this is about the cymose inflorescence. So far we completed 2 inflorescences: racemose inflorescence, cymose inflorescence. In racemose 6 types. Cymose you can see solitary, in that axillary, terminal. Second one simple cyme or simule. Third one monochasial. Fourth one dichasial. Fifth one polychasial. So this is about the inflorescence. And one more thing here you can remember. You can see a special type of inflorescence. You can see a special not only racemose and cymose, a special type of not only racemose and cymose, a special type of inflorescence you can see especially in some of the angiosperms. Okay, that is mainly 3 types of the inflorescence, special inflorescence you can see in angiosperms, not only racemose, not only cymose. But what are the 3 special inflorescence present in angiosperms? The first one is verticellaster. First one is verticellaster. Okay. Second one cyathium. Third one hypanthodium. Okay, verticellaster, cyathium and hypanthodium. So these are the special types of the inflorescence. First one is verticellaster, second one is cyathium, third one is hypanthodium. But what is verticellaster inflorescence? Especially you can see in the family Lamiaceae. Especially verticellaster inflorescence you can see in family Lamiaceae. Okay, in Lamiaceae family you can see verticellaster inflorescence. But what is verticellaster inflorescence? Actually this inflorescence begins with dichasial cyme. Actually the inflorescence begins with dichasial cyme. Actually this inflorescence, the verticellaster inflorescence begins with dichasial cyme, but eventually that turns into monochasial cyme. First actually the inflorescence begins with dichasial cyme, but it turns into monochasial. That turns into monochasial cyme. Why? Because of the forming of a false roll around the node. One false roll means one false layer, one false one false role formed on the node, a false role. Actually the inflorescence is dichasial, but that turns into monocasial because of the formation of false role on the node. So that seems to be monocasial cymose inflorescence. So this type of the special inflorescence you can see in Lamiaceae family. The inflorescence begins with dichasial cyme, then turns into monocasial cyme because of the formation of a false role, a false layer, that is called because of the formation of the false layer on the node. So that type of the fluorescence is called verticellular star inflorescence. But what is cyathium? What is cyathium inflorescence? Especially the family Euphorbiaceae. Especially you can see the family of Euphorbiaceae. Especially in Euphorbiaceae family, you can see this type of the inflorescence. You can see that is cyathium inflorescence. But especially in this inflorescence, many naked, stalked, unisexual flowers. Many naked, stalked, unisexual flowers. Many naked, stalked, unisexual flowers are arranged in a cup-like structure. Inside the cup-like structure, naked, stalked, unisexual flowers are developed inside the cup-like structure, that is called involucre of Bract. Okay, na? Inside a cup-like involucre. Okay, involucre, inside a cup-like involucre of Bract. Here Bract is modified into involucre, means a layer which should be a cup-like structure. Inside a cup-like involucre of the Bract, many naked, stalked, unisexual flowers are arranged in cup-like involucre of the modification of the Bract. Involucre means cup-like involucre of the Bract. Inside the cup-like involucre of the Bract, so many unisexual flowers are there. In it many male flowers. Represented by a single stamen. Many male flowers are there. Male flowers are represented with single stamen. Male flowers are represented with many male flowers are represented with single stamen. Male flowers having stamens. In it, many male flowers are represented by the single stamen. These male flowers, many male flowers which are represented by a single stamen. These male flowers, these are arranged around a single tricarpellary female flower. In the middle, female flower is there. Around the female flower, these male flowers are arranged. Each male flower is represented with a single stamen. Okay, these male flowers are surrounded with single tricarpellary female flower. Single tricarpellary female flower. Okay, so many male flowers are there. Where these male and female flowers are developed inside a cup-like involucre of the Bract. Many male flowers are there. Each male flower is represented with a single stamen. These are arranged towards around the single tricarpellary female flower. So only single female flower is there, which is tricarpellary female flower. The male flowers are arranged around the female flower. Okay, all these male flowers are arranged around the female flower, but male flower is only female flower is only single, which is tricarpellary. Many male flowers are there. Each male flower is represented with a stamen. So these are arranged around the tricarpellary female flower. So this type of the inflorescence is called Cyathium inflorescence. Best example Euphorbiaceae family. But what is the third one? Hypanthodium. What is the third one, Nani? Hypanthodium. This type of the inflorescence we can see in the Ficus bengalensis, banyan tree. Ficus, nothing but fig tree. Ficus bengalensis. Ficus fig tree. Marichettu. Ficus bengalensis, fig tree. Generally, you can see this type of the Hypanthodium inflorescence in the especially Ficus bengalensis. Fig tree means banyan tree. Okay, in which here the peduncle floral axis is modified into a cup-like fleshy structure. Floral axis here, floral axis is modified into a cup-like fleshy structure. Floral axis. What is the floral axis? Peduncle. Here, floral axis is modified into cup-like fleshy structure. Okay, floral axis is modified into cup-like fleshy structure. Floral axis is modified into cup-like fleshy structure. So here, on the cup-like fleshy floral axis, male flowers are developed at the top of the top side. Male flowers are developed at the top side. Okay, which are sessile unisexual flowers. There is no stalk. Sessile unisexual. Male flowers are arranged at the opening. Okay, top side. Female flowers are developed at the bottom. Male flowers and female flowers. Male flowers are developed at the top of the peduncle. Female flowers are developed at the bottom of the peduncle. In between male and female flowers, there should be some sterile female flowers are there. Male flowers, female flowers. Male flowers are present at the top. Female flowers are present at the bottom of the peduncle. So what peduncle? Floral axis. Floral axis is converted into a cup-like fleshy structure. The sessile unisexual male flowers are attached at the top side opening, and female flowers are attached at the bottom. Between the male and female flowers, male flowers are top side, female flowers are bottom side. Between the male and female flowers, there should be sterile female flowers are there. The sterile female flowers are called gall flowers. The sterile female flowers are called gall flowers. Okay, so pollination is carried out with the help of a special insect that is called blastophaga. With the help of the blastophaga, this blastophaga lays eggs in the gall flowers. So after the fertilization, total inflorescence is converted into a fig fruit. Okay, so between the male and female flowers, gall flowers are there. Gall flowers means sterile female flowers. These gall flowers means sterile female flowers. Here, pollination of these plants takes place with the help of an insect. The insect's name is blastophaga. With the help of the insect blastophaga, the pollination takes place. At the time of the pollination, these blastophaga insects lay eggs in the gall cells. After the fertilization, total inflorescence is converted into fig fruit. So this is the Hypanthodium inflorescence. Okay, so far we discussed about the three types of the special inflorescence. One is verticilla star, second one Cyathium, third one Hypanthodium. Okay, Examples: Verticilla star, Lamiaceae family, Cyathea, Euphorbiaceae family, Hypanthodium, especially you can see in Ficus bengalensis. So thank you children. In tomorrow class we are going to discuss about the flower. Okay, thank you children.